English class. Today and tomorrow we will be finishing up our project about Christopher Columbus. We are going to be working on the flip book. So today the pages that we are going to do are the pages that you see that I have colored. So the first 4 pages. But we'll get to that in just a minute. Before we do, I want you to take out your Christopher Columbus book, the whole book, and flip to the last page, the Voyages of Christopher Columbus. We're going to check how you did yesterday, what the answers are for yesterday's work. Excuse me. So, number 1 asked how many voyages, excuse me, how many voyages did Columbus take in all? How many voyages was that? You can count them on your map, and we've talked about it quite a bit. 4. He took 4 voyages. What year was the first voyage? So in what year did he go out first? In Columbus sailed the ocean blue. 1492, very good. That's the earliest date. So that would have been the trip in orange on your map. He sailed across the blank ocean. So which ocean was that? He sailed across the blank ocean. The Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean. So we have the Atlantic Ocean, there's the Pacific Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, and the Indian Ocean. And he sailed across the Atlantic Ocean, which is in between America and Europe and Africa. If you are still a little confused, right there is the name of the ocean, Atlantic Ocean. So it should be spelled right, it should match the map. Okay, number 4. Use a ruler to measure and estimate about how many miles Columbus traveled on his first voyage. So you should have gotten that it was a little less than 4 inches when you measured across, but you're measuring straight. There were some curves and things, so it would have been about 4 inches, a little more, a little less, and so we multiply 4 by about 1,000, gives you about 4,000 miles. So if you had a little less than 4,000 or a little more than 4,000, that's fine, that answer is acceptable. And the last thing in that box said, what do you notice about all 4 voyages? You might have a different answer than the ones I'm about to give you, and that's fine. But here's just an idea of something you might have put. For example, Columbus always traveled from the same place, from Spain, and he always landed in the same area around Central and South America. Do you see that? So he always starts out there in Spain because they're the ones who were sponsoring him, paying for him to go. And then he, no matter exactly how high or how low, he always ends up right in this area. He never ended up in Alaska. He never ended up down here. Always right in this area. And then something else maybe you noticed, that his voyages all took around 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years for his voyages. If you notice something else, that's fine, and I will see your picture of it, what else you may have noticed, and that's perfectly fine. But those are just some examples of things that you could have written. Okay, you can close that book. Make sure that your paper, you have one other paper inside of your book that's there for your flaps. They're your legacy flaps for your flip book. We're going to do those tomorrow. So they look like this. They need to stay inside your book. Don't lose them. We're going to work on that tomorrow. Okay? Okay. So the first page that you have, you just need to color this one about Columbus. But there's one other thing you need to do. What is that? Put your name on it right there. So you see I have Miss Ashley, so you're going to put your name, whatever your name might be. Grace, Ivana, Jordan, Ariel, all 20 of you. Whatever your name is, you're going to put it right there. Okay, The next page, after you color this one, and you'll color it after the video, you don't need to pause it and color it right now, but after you color this one, you're going to go to this page. This doesn't have any pictures for you to color, but if you want to add more color, of course, you are certainly welcome to. But on this page, we're going to fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. So, it says Christopher was born on October 31st, 1451 in Genoa, blank. So what was the país? Genoa was the city. What was the país that he was born in? Up top, it has a word bank. You are going to pick your word from the word bank. So, was he born in Genoa ship, Genoa ocean, Genoa Italy, Genoa sailor, or Genoa map? A place that you can look to help you. The very first page of your book about Meet Christopher Columbus has some information, as well as the page that we did on Monday about Christopher Columbus. That also has some information for you. Okay, let's go to the next blank. Christopher always loved the sea and dreamed of becoming a blank. Did he dream of becoming a ship, which is a barco, ocean, oceano, Italy, Italia, sailor, marinaro, or map, mappa? What was it that he wanted to become? Next, he learned how to read a blank, navigate a blank, read a compass, and all about the currents of the blank. A current is something that flows in a certain direction and pulls things along with it. So fill in those blanks. You can look back in your book for for help with those answers. Okay, pause your video and finish that page. When you are finished with that page, we are going to move on now to this page about the New World. So this is page 3, see the number there, page 3. Okay, again, you can color it however you want to. If you want to leave these boxes white, or if you want to add colors to them, I decided to add some color. Totally up to you what you would like to do. For this page, it says, put the events of Columbus's first voyage in the correct order by writing the numbers 1 through 4 in the boxes below. So you have 4 boxes. The thing that happened first, you want to put a 1 in the little box. The thing that happened second, you want to put a 2 in the little box. The thing that happened third, put a 3 in the little box. And the thing that happened fourth, put a 4 in the little box. So let's read them together. In the first box it says, he thought traveling west across the Atlantic Ocean was the fastest and safest way to get to Asia. The second box says, Columbus went to the King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella of Spain to ask them to pay for his voyage. The next box down below, right here, green one, says they set sail on August 3rd, 1492. It took 4 months to sail across the Atlantic Ocean. He landed in what is now called the Bahamas. And the last box, the orange one on my book, says the King and Queen of Spain agreed to sponsor him. They gave him 3 ships and a crew of 90 men for his first voyage. Okay, so now you need to decide which box is first. Okay, do you have an idea? Pause your video and put a 1 in the box that you think is first. I will let you know this one. The one that is first is, he thought traveling west across the Atlantic Ocean was the fastest and safest way to get to Asia. That's how Columbus started. So put a 1 in that box right there. Okay? Now the other 3, you need to decide what comes next. So Columbus is thinking, I want to sail across the ocean to get to Asia. I think it's the fastest way. How can I get there? So what was his next step? And put the numbers in the boxes. Pause your video and finish this page. Okay, don't worry, we are going to check your pages, but we're going to check them in our lesson tomorrow, okay? All right, number 4, page number 4. This looks very much like the Voyages page that you did yesterday. And in fact, one of the questions is actually the same, so that's easy. 2 of the questions, I think. So the first question here says, number 1, how many voyages did Columbus take in all? So, ¿cuántos viajes en total hace Cristóbal Colón? Number 2, he sailed across the blank ocean. Which ocean did he sail across? Okay, most of the questions are the same. This one's different. What country did he set sail from? So, ¿en qué país empezó Colón? And the last question down at the bottom in that box, what do you notice about all 4 of his voyages? So that question, again, is exactly the same as on your other page. This is just a review for you to put it all in one little book. So this question is exactly the same. You can give the same answer, or maybe if you want to give, if you had a different answer from what I said, maybe if you want to give one of the answers that I gave today, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so you can go ahead and finish up those pages, those first 4 pages of your flip book, if there's anything that you still need to do. So answer those questions and color this top page, and I'll see you in tomorrow's lesson. Bye.